right. What is up? Welcome back to Average C Class. Here we are, episode 2. We're doing this episode after Oakland, which it was round 2, right?
Yeah, round two.
So actually, before we even get into anything about the race, we found out some information.
So
It was just recently posted.
Yeah, Savachi had a bad ride, but it came out that he tore his ACL, bro. He had a bad test crash on Tuesday, and then just ACL tear and still rode.
That's actually crazy because you kind of ACL's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of
That's what took Faulkner out of his Supercross
I
championship.
feel like I know some people can where they can walk around with it for a little bit, or I'm not really sure how it works. I know I've seen people who have torn
meniscuses and
their ACL and everything like that, and they're on crutches, but
they can still walk.
They can still walk a little bit after a little, a month or two after the swelling goes down. They can walk after the swelling goes down, but then they still need surgery.
Yeah,
they just have to be really careful about it.
And he's not even a week
because the knee. So because I'm pretty sure the ACL, your knee has 4 tendons around it, one in the front, one on each side, and one in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And they basically keep your knee
in place.
Joints straight.
Yeah.
And so the front one tears by that's why it's really common basketball, when you plant your foot, because your knee slides forward and snaps it. Yeah. Me riding, I was riding and there's this little double section, and I hit the first double and my throttle got stuck wide open on my boof ass bike, and the bike went flying from underneath me, and I landed on my knee and it pushed my knee backwards. Okay. So I tore the one in the back of my knee. I believe it's no.
MCL?
I think it's the PCL.
PCL?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There's ACL, PCL, I think is one in the back, and there's an MCL and I think a TCL, which are the 2 on the sides. I could be completely wrong. But
that sounds right.
Anyways, yeah, so that's crazy that he was even able to ride, because right as you do it, it's super swollen and you can't walk or anything like that. So that's actually crazy.
Yeah. And then qualifyings, crashes galore. Anderson.
Oh my God.
Anderson loops out or whiskey throttles, whatever you want. He goes boom. Apparently he broke an exhaust pipe. He went through
both of his radiators.
And his new set of handlebars.
Yeah, that's crazy. That must have been a hard crash.
Yeah.
Who else went down? Didn't Roxon go down?
Roxon and Sexton went down.
I remember seeing the video of Roxon getting up, and he's visor was on the backwards.
Yeah, and the funniest part was when Adam was Cianciarulo was going through the whoop section, rolling it because there was a rider down, and he looks over, he sees a red bike, and he's like, okay, and then he gets out of the whoop, and it's just wait a minute.
And he's wait, was that Kenny?
Yeah, he's after him, Eli and Roxon take a private jet together.
Right, yeah.
To the race.
That was weird, but that was pretty cool though. So going into the race, for my predictions going in, I think I had...
You had Roxon Webb.
I think I had Roxon and Webb up front, which is...
Made sense.
It makes sense, but it's really unfortunate. I'm glad with how the night ended, but it's pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, crazy weird top 5.
It really was.
Polar opposite from last week.
I feel this year we're even more stacked than usual.
I know.
Because I feel like last year and the year before we were stacked. The 450 class was stacked, but everybody there was lots of good riders and big names, but I feel now this year everybody's switched and now everybody's killing it. You got Anderson now, he's on a new team, he's killing it.
Wins this weekend.
He was in 3rd and then gets taken out last weekend.
Tomac, he's still putting the pieces together. He's getting up there.
Yeah, he's working his way up there for sure. I think he got 4th.
Yeah, he got.
So 4th. He's
top 5.
He's in the top 10 for sure. So, he's riding in the top 10. He got 6th last time and then 4th this round.
Won his heat race this weekend and was
fastest qualifier. He was fastest qualifier. So I think he really got some.
It really just came down to the starts, I think, for him.
Yeah, and he had a good start in his main. So I was able to win. He got. I don't think he got the whole shot, but I think he was 3rd.
Yeah, he was 3rd coming out.
Third out of the turn.
And then who did he battle with in that heat? I don't think nobody. I think he just got past. Oh no, he got past AC and then it was over.
Yeah, I think it was AC. Yeah, I believe it was.
Yeah, I think so too.
But anyways, back to another heat. Wait, hold on. What were your predictions
going in? I said we both said Roxon, but I had to switch it up because I couldn't say Webb, so I did say Anderson.
Oh, and you know who I picked for my fantasy?
Who?
Sexton. Yeah. Yeah. No. Dude, I was like, yo, he's gonna be a contender for sure. And then
he just
about
he
that
put the pieces together. God, he just. I think he was tired.
So disappointing, but it's okay. It's okay.
Hurt, kind of.
It's all right. But in the other 250, Craig checked out. Craig was on fire. Craig dude, he's gone. Dude, I think he's if he keeps his shit together, he's got this championship.
You want to know something funny?
I think he really does.
What? Between the mains,
what?
The gap between first and second from both rounds was 5.6.
Really?
Yeah.
The same in both?
Same in both.
What?
That's like consistency.
Wait, that was the same with
Anaheim won and Oakland.
Both of Craig's wins.
Yes.
Was it over the same person?
No, it was over Hunter instead of Seth this time, but it was the same top three. Just different.
Different order?
Yeah.
That's crazy. This Hunter's actually doing good too.
Yeah, he is.
But so I was actually there at Oakland this year. So I was able to watch it differently. And on TV, they kind of like focus up on the top front of the pack a little bit more. I was able to notice we had Harriman and Brown. They were in the, I don't remember what heat it was. Might have been the first one. I think it was definitely the first heat. They were kind of like in the middle of the pack-ish, I believe. I don't really remember. They might have been more towards the end, but they had like a really good battle going on. They were going back and forth. They were constantly like they're like swapping each turn, getting past left and right. I don't remember where they finished up in the heat, but all I know, I remember watching them. Like it was more entertaining there watching them than it was like because like it was just they were just kind of checking out and everything, and I think it was the same heat that Craig was in because I remember them just kind of like checking out and everything, and like nothing was going on, but there's this one battle with them two, like just like randomly like in the middle of back of the pack or whatever. So that was a good battle to watch. But what's it called? I think Club MX had a pretty good night.
Marshbanks had a good heat race.
He did have a good, yeah. He
went down, I think, in the main.
Yeah, but I think didn't he get block passed or something like that? Didn't he go down in a turn?
Something like that. Yeah, he went down, and then him and like he just like I think there had been a bike problem because he just like Joe Shimoda in that main went down and he like hard and he was. Like,
yeah, he did a front flip off the whoops.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I bet literally it was crazy in person, too.
Oh, my God.
That was a C-class race.
This man literally just goes, whoo! That is a full-on front flip, dude. That was crazy. Yeah. I was like, oh! Okay, all right, time. Time out. Before we can go any farther with the heats, we haven't even talked about it already.
Are we talking about...
The two-stroke, man.
The two-stroke.
The only two-strokes.
Stink dog.
2008.
Oh. That must have been hype in person. It was cool.
Dude, like, it was pretty sick because like the two turns before, you could hear like the crowd starting to amp up, and then when he passed the person to get into the 10th spot or the 9th spot, dude, the crowd went crazy. Right. Like you didn't even know what was going on unless you were watching from the beginning. Cause like I lost him. I lost him out there. So I was trying to find him, and everybody was like freaking out. Like you could just the whole stadium was just like oh, like screaming and all that stuff, and it was really cool. After he hit the finish line, the crowd went insane.
Yeah,
and
he was partying after that finish.
Yeah, I think he partied a little too hard because his main finish wasn't the best.
That's true. He also didn't have the best gate pick, but.
He didn't have the worst gate pick. I mean, he qualified in the main. That's true. I mean, in the heat. It's like it's not like he went to the LCQ and qualified. He qualified.
Yeah.
Like that's huge. Like he even if you qualified in the LCQ, like he still qualified, right? Which is great. Which is huge.
But
still
it's
two-stroke in the main. But he qualified in the heat. Like he was going up against all the big dogs, which is crazy. I know like all the riders are all the other riders were giving him props for making it on a 2-stroke.
Yeah, it was really cool to see.
Yeah. He pulled off after the finish line and like on the sand section and like it's just had a little emotional moment. But I mean it's pretty sick. I mean I don't know why I don't follow him that much as like other people do, so I'm kind of out of the loop with him. But I don't know why he's on a 2-stroke.
So I just know because they said this on the air. They actually said this. So he said that he would rather ride a 2-stroke any day of the week instead of a 4-stroke.
That makes sense.
So that's why he's riding it, and he wanted to, make it to the main this year to just prove that 2-stroke still could do it.
Right.
But he was a big person in the 2-stroke Red Bull Straight Rhythm. He actually won it over Ronnie Mack.
Right.
So he's been riding 2-strokes forever.
Yeah. I know he's been all about the 2-strokes and everything for a long time. But I just feel like if you're that serious about it. Like, okay, so like the 125s are sick, and rather you love the 125s and you're a 2-stroke guy or not, they're just not as fast as the 250s. They're just not. No. Like
you have to hit your mark.
Like you could say like they're better for whatever reason, they're lighter. I mean, the power band is different. I mean, they're 2-strokes, it sounds better, whatever. All that bullshit. Put all that bullshit aside. If you're gonna compete, if you put like, let's say like pick a rider, Roxon. If you put Roxon on his on a 250, and then made him do a hot lap, and you put him on a 125 and did a hot lap, guaranteed that 250 is probably going to be faster.
Easily.
The hot lap, it's just a better bike. I mean, and not better, but it's just a faster bike. I mean,
well, it's advanced.
It's more. Well, it's just more advanced. It's got more power. I mean, that's just why they faded out. Because I mean, like you can still use like ride a 2-stroke in Supercross.
And
it's just they're just not.
It's not the same.
It's just not like, especially if every other rider wasn't on a 4-stroke.
It'd be interesting.
There'd be another, like the chances would be increasingly better, but it's just not the case.
You want to know my hot take?
What?
Stink Dog will do. Wait, no, they don't race Daytona. If they race Atlanta, if West Coast races Atlanta, I don't think they do, but if they do, Stink Dog's placing in the main in the heat again. I'm saying that right now.
You think so? At Atlanta.
If that's a West Coast race. No, that's what I'm saying. If it's a West Coast race.
Because Atlanta's in Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Which is East Coast, so that's probably gonna be unless it's a Triple Crown. I don't know I don't remember where the Triple Crowns were. Where are the Triple Crown rounds?
A2.
A2's a Triple Crown?
I think A2's a Triple Crown.
No way, I'll be there for that one.
Hold on, let me look this up real quick. But you want to go into?
They kind of did A2 late this year. Honestly, they used to go A1 San Diego A2, right?
Something like that.
I believe they did.
Something like that.
And then there's a third Anaheim this year.
Yeah.
While you're pulling that up, I want to talk a little bit about the. I've gone to. I know many of you guys probably have too, but Supercross. Gone to the real show at the Coliseum in person. I don't know if it's different per stadium, but I did notice that from the last couple of years they changed the opening ceremonies and stuff and what they do during the races quite a bit. They changed their schedule this year. I remember they used to pull out the two new Tacomas or whatever and have people go gear down on them and it was a battle or whatever. I remember all the they used to just announce the riders' names and then they used to just ride around the top riders or whatever for the ceremony, the opening ceremony. They used to just ride around real quick and go back in. But this year they did different. They didn't do any of that other stuff. They had a lot more explosions and fire and fireworks though. If any of you guys care about that, but. It was kind of funny, but they did a video for each of the riders this year for their opening ceremony thing. Aaron Plessinger's was really fucking funny. It was really funny. But that, and then only a couple of them got to actually ride around. I don't know. It was weird.
It's top 10 in points.
No, but it was weird. It was oh, is that what it is?
It's top 10 in points.
It was weird. It was yeah, it was so. I can't really explain it. It was just kind of like they were announcing them. I think Ken Roxon, I think it was, just kind of popped up out of nowhere, just stood up out of nowhere, and was or somebody, and they're kind of just waving around, and it might have been Barsha actually.
So,
but it they also got to do a hot lap. they took all the top riders. Not all the top riders. There's only like 6 of them. It was like Roxon, Webb, Tomac, Musquin, Ferrandis. I think of Ferrandis. Maybe Adam Cianciarulo. 1 or 2 more maybe, and they just did like the line up in front of the gate and they did a hot lap.
Oh, that's dope.
Which is sick. But I mean, like, not that any of this really matters. I'm just trying to kill time while you pull this up.
So I actually just found it.
Okay.
So for the Triple Crowns, it's Glendale and St. Louis. Okay. But guess what the East West Showdown is?
Is it Atlanta?
It's Atlanta.
Let's go.
That's the first one.
If you can make it there.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a lot of money to get there.
But he probably has money. He has the sponsors.
Yeah, they're not terribly big sponsors. He's still kind of like the privateer level.
Yeah, but he's got his YouTube channel.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, he might be able to make it there. I mean, I don't know. I see it is a lot of money. You got expenses, you got places to stay, but because I'm pretty sure he's just rolling around in a van, right?
Probably. Sounds right.
I know he posted a picture. I follow him on Instagram. He posted a picture. I just don't remember what he was driving.
I don't know either.
Anyways, let's get to the 450s. Let's get rolling here. So Tomac had a great start in the heats, in his heat, and obviously won. Malcolm had a pretty gnarly crash off the wall jump after the sand section.
Yeah. He was battling with Anderson actually in that race.
Was he?
Yeah, he was. He was battling with Anderson. Yep, that was Anderson. Anderson was holding him off.
That's all that really happened, I think, in the 450s for the heats. That's all I can really. I don't know.
Let me look up my notes.
I think there was more. I keep wanting to say there was more, but I don't remember.
Oh, AC fell.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, to Roxon and Barsha pretty easily. Also, he just kind of faded back again.
What do you mean he actually crashed or he fell back?
Yeah, he fell back.
Sorry. He fell back.
He didn't crash.
Oh, okay.
My bad. But yeah, heat 1 was Anderson Mookie. That was pretty much it. Sexton was out. Anderson started catching up near the end, but I think Sexton went into like management mode.
Yeah.
And then what you said is all I had for heat 2.
Okay.
450s.
So then we can go straight to the mains. I have some stuff for the mains.
Actually, I want to talk about the LCQ.
Okay, go for it. Oh yeah. LCQ. Oh yeah, that was a mess.
That was a mess.
So I'm not gonna lie, I missed about most of it because I was there in person and I was hungry.
Yeah.
So I went and got me some food, got me a nice brat. So I missed a little bit of that. But it's okay. I was hungry. All right, I was hungry.
Luckily, I was on the couch eating my food,
yeah,
so I got to see
one of us,
the whole thing.
I saw most of it.
Oh my goodness. 7 deuce in this 200 brace guy or whatever his name is. Man just takes out Adam Intignab, and then
God.
They were both in transfer spots. Like it didn't need to happen, and he was pissed. Adam gets back up on the bike, and he looks like he's going for him.
Really?
Like he looked like he was going slow. I don't know if his handlebars are twisted or anything, but he was searching around the track, bro. And it when Brees went down the first time, Adam was right there, and he stops on the top of the jump, and he's just like, yeah. No, he shook his head, but he was like, yeah, this is what you get.
That's hella funny.
And it was like, I thought at one point he was going to get waved off because he was going slow. Like, he was rolling everywhere.
Really? I don't remember who it was. I think it was like Privateer. I seen him. Okay. I probably shouldn't even be saying this because I have no information on it. But I don't know who the rider was. I don't remember when it was. But I seen a rider. He was riding around, and I think he hurt his leg or his ankle or something because he was riding around and he was rolling everything, and his right foot was off the peg the whole time. And he was just standing up riding around. That was interesting.
It could have been.
I thought they were going to flag him off for sure.
Yeah, I didn't see that on TV. Unless I was Adam Intignab, but I don't think
No, he was in the back. No, he was on a... probably... I want to say it was probably a Husky. I remember the black being... The bike Wow. I remember the bike being black and white.
Gotcha. Say that 3 times fast.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't remember anyway what he was on. But anyways, let's go to 250 main.
Okay.
So...
That was a fun race.
That was a pretty...
I think that was the most entertaining out of the mains.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one for sure. There's lots of... I wouldn't say lots, but there was definitely some action going on.
There was a good amount of wrecks.
Let's see here. We had Marchbanks, he got pushed off the track.
Yeah.
Kind of early, right?
Yeah, Marchbanks, it didn't really show on TV, to be honest with you. It pretty much was just focusing on Shimoda and Craig in the beginning. That's all I got because they were battling.
They were battling up front.
Shimoda got the whole shot.
Yeah.
I had Craig as my first to the finish line, so that kind of ruined my night with 7 points.
Oh, that's how you beat me by a lot more because you only beat me by 2 points. So if you would have gotten that,
I would have been up. We would have been tied.
Or even if you didn't pick it because you lost 7 points.
Yeah, but if I got
we do the Pulp MX fantasy, not the Rocky Mountain one.
Yeah,
we're just kind of do it for fun.
Yeah, we both chose Sexton, by the way.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So that's what.
Yeah, not let's go. Actually, that's a bummer.
No. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, that sucks.
But Shimoda went down with a front flip. We already talked about that. Yeah, I just wanted to touch on that really quick.
Front flip, dude.
Burn.
No, wait, before that, he stalled it.
He stalled it.
He stalled it before that. Yeah,
stalled it. That's how Craig got
going into the whoops. Going into the whoops, he stalled it right before him, and then that's how Craig passed him. And then the next lap, I think, is when he crashed.
Yeah,
the whoops.
He's
something
trying
to
like
catch
that.
up to him. Yeah,
it was kind of
because when he stalled it, he was still right behind him.
Yeah,
I think he was trying to charge to the whoops a little bit harder, and it just ended up not working.
It was weird because what happened is he just missed one of the whoops.
Yeah,
and he just went.
Yeah, went a little bit too far.
Yeah.
Another crash that happened was Moseman. He right by. It was after you come back across the starting line and then you go left and then you got that rhythm section and you get to the end and you come back and then it was that right-hander right there.
Yeah, it was the right-hander.
And he went to right before that triple that takes you back across the starting line again, right? Yeah. So right before that triple, he came in on the inside. And he went to just slap it in that rut, and he I think he slid a little bit, and then I think his foot actually hit the tough block, and it snagged him and got him all confused. Because I remember I was sitting right there, because I was sitting along those that section right there, and you could see like sorry, that was my sister. Just walking by and talking. You could see like something on the right. It might have been his peg. It might have been his fork guard. I'm not sure what it was. Something snagged the tough block, but I think it was his foot. So I remember because the tough block got moved. It was hanging off in the track.
I think maybe his back tire hit it.
Something hit it. But anyways, yeah, he just kind of like slid down that turn right there, which is a bummer. And then after Marchbanks got pushed off the track.
Oh, yeah. No, Vince Freese pushed Marchbanks off the track.
Oh, is that who it was?
Yeah, I have it in my notes.
Okay. That's who pushed Marchbanks off the track. But after he got pushed off the track and Joe front flipped in the whoops, it got back up and it kept going.
Yeah.
Him and Marchbanks battled.
Just for a little bit.
They had a little bit of a battle going on in the back.
It was a slow battle, but it was fun to watch.
Yeah, no, for sure. It was, but I mean, besides that was about the only other battle out there because Craig checked out.
No, Lawrence and Seth Hammaker went at it for a little bit.
Oh, that's right. Yep. There's so much going on, especially when you're there.
I know.
It's so hard to keep track of everything.
Hunter got sketchy in the whoops just a couple laps before he made the pass. I thought he was going down. It was the same spot in the 450 main. Someone else big went down. But
so does that did we cover everything you want to talk about for the 250s?
Yeah, I just have Hammaker got sketchy and Lawrence passed him, and then that was pretty much it.
That pretty much ran up our 250 main right there.
Yeah.
So out to the 450 now. We had AC out in front.
He pulled the whole shot.
He got the whole shot. He was out in front for about a lap.
Yeah. And then
about a lap, and then he started
he faded
out pretty quick.
It's because his AC separation.
He went from first all the way down to like 9th.
I think he even went to 12th.
He dropped out. 10. He dropped out pretty bad.
He just doesn't have the stamina right now. It's cool to see him like what he can do.
Those Cowie boys, man, some of them, like I remember AC has been close to a championship, but he hasn't won one yet, right? Because of injury. Same with I'm getting confused with Faulkner.
Both
of them have been there, right? Yeah, those two Cowie boys, man. Faulkner's on East Coast, right?
I think so. If he's racing Supercross, he has to
I don't even know if he's racing. I haven't seen anything about him.
I know he's been on the bike. He's been getting some bike time in.
Yeah, but I haven't seen anything. I don't even know. Like
no one's been hyping up this East Coast at all.
Yeah.
They're not even talking about Jet at this point.
Well, because like, what is there to talk about? I mean, it's still like a month away.
Yeah, true. I can't believe it's still a month away. I need Daytona fast.
I need Daytona. But moving on from that, Tomac had a horrible start. Like I feel like last time on the last episode we talked about how like if Tomac can get a good start, he's unbeatable.
And
which is what he did in the freaking heat. So he won, and he had the fastest qualifier. He's fastest qualifier. So I think he was probably the fastest guy out there.
Probably.
I'm not sure the lap times on the main, but I know or the heat, but he won the heat, so obviously he was the fastest. But I'm not sure, but he was catching up a little bit.
Anderson was looking nice though, all night.
Anderson was going crazy. Anderson took charge that night, man. He was going in. He said, "I want it. It's mine." He came all the way back. What was he in? He was in
He got out there.
He was up there in front. Was he in second?
I think he was. Yeah, he was in second. He just made the pass.
Was it both Cowie boys up front?
Yeah, both. It was Cowie 1-2.
I feel like I remember Roxon being up in there, and then he crashed.
He was in fourth.
Who's in third?
Mookie or Plessinger.
I think it was Plessinger because I remember Mookie being behind Tomac.
Okay, yeah. That sounds right.
I think so.
That sounds right.
I remember him kind of closing in on Tomac at one point.
No, Barsha was up there too because Barsha got third.
Right, but I remember watching Mookie and he was slowly catching up on Tomac a little bit.
Yeah.
So actually, Tomac was not the fastest person out there.
Not in the main.
But so that sucks. That's unfortunate for him. We really want to see him get I personally want to see him get a win this year. On that Star Racing bike.
Yeah, I think he needs it.
Yeah, but then Anderson pushed up to first, and it was AP behind him. It was AP behind. I have it down. Yeah. So Anderson was in first, and then I think Plessinger was right behind him in second.
So this is before, as Roxon went down. I have it on here.
Yeah, and Roxon went down in the freaking whoops and ended up 14th.
Yeah, so he went. It went Adam, Anderson, Plessinger, right, and then Barsha, McElrath, Sexton, Tomac was your 7. But Roxon was in the mix somewhere before he crashed. And his bike got stuck on the... So he was... If McElrath... He was probably 5th.
Roxon was?
Yeah, going into the whoops. Barsha was in front of him, so he was 5th.
Okay.
When he crashed. Which is upsetting because he was putting on charge.
Yeah. He was, he was looking good. I think he was gonna charge for the front.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
I also thought Tomac was gonna have a push, but he didn't. But then by the time Tomac, because Tomac started out in 8th, I think, or something like that.
Yeah,
or somewhere right in there.
Back there.
And then he pushed up to 4th, but I thought he was gonna have a big push, and then it just ended up getting too late, and he ended up not being able to move up that. I mean, he's still going from 8th to 4th or whatever, or wherever he started out at. But which is still a good push. But I thought he was gonna have a way better one, but it just got too late in the race and it wasn't enough time. That's why he's so much better at outdoors because he's definitely
he's a power.
It's definitely this is a motocross term, but he's definitely a fourth quarter warrior. You know?
Yeah.
He definitely comes charged at the end. He charges. That's kind of how I ride, honestly. When I ride, I'm in a race. Everybody, my uncle is my coach or picker or whatever. He always is why is your first lap always so damn slow? Give me a fucking hot lap. He always has my first lap. My first lap is so slow, but then by the second lap, I kick it up and I'm starting to pass people.
All I'm saying
that's kind of how Tomac is.
Yeah, Tomac, he puts it in the end. That's how Lawrence has been too.
Yeah,
Hunter Lawrence.
Yeah,
he just
sometimes, dude, it's just a lot, and it takes a minute to find your groove again. You're out there, you're riding, and then you're okay, here it is, and you start putting the pieces together, and you feel it. And then you start moving up.
Exactly.
It's
a comfort level.
That's one of the things about Webb mentally that he has going for him is I feel like he comes into it
knowing he's
with that groove already going on. He's already got that groove in there, so that's how he's able to come out and just fucking sweep everybody.
Person.
Yeah, that's why he's able to just sweep everybody.
And he knows when to make a pass and when not to.
Yeah, I don't really like Webb.
No, I don't either.
I really don't. I just think he's... I just think he's up on the board at the races, they were showing up all these riders and everything, and it said where they're from, their hobbies and all this shit. He's that guy that he put down
Dirt bike.
Hobbies. Winning. It's kind of funny. Yeah. It's kind of funny. Like I laughed a little bit, but I was just like, come on, guy. Come on. We get it. Two Supercross championship guy here. Yeah, we get it. All right, but I mean.
But how much wins did you really get? No.
It's a good point.
The only KTM guy I will cheer for right now is Plessinger.
Yeah, because I like Plessinger. I like him no matter where he goes.
Yeah,
I'm not really I'm not a brand. I don't
guy.
personally. I don't like KTM because I just don't like the way they feel. I've rode one. I don't like the way they feel. I won't buy one, but it's a good bike. I mean, I don't like Musquin or Webb, but I do like Plessinger. So and I like. I'll go. I'm more of a rider fan than a bike fan.
Yeah,
so I'll follow with riders wherever they go. I'll follow.
I'm not
I used to ride Cowie, so I was naturally started out as a Tomac fan, and then he moved to Yamaha. Well, I moved to Yamaha. Actually, I got a Yamaha.
Some could say he followed you.
So I guess you could say that. I got a Yamaha, but I'm still a Tomac fan, even though he's on Cowie, because I still like Tomac.
Yeah.
Even though I like other riders, he's not my favorite rider. I wouldn't say. I would say my favorite rider is probably Anderson or Plessinger or Jet Lawrence, but. He's definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah, he's up there. I was a Honda boy, you could say, when I was little. But
yeah, you were definitely a Honda boy.
My favorite rider was Dungey. Ricky, and then Ricky retired, and then Dungey.
Right.
And he was on KTM. And then it was after Dungey was retiring, it was Roxon. But Roxon was still one of my favorites when he was on KTM. And then Suzuki, and then Honda. Yeah. And then Crash, and then Cry.
And then Cry. Oh, man. I know, now he's what is he doing? He's running some coffee business.
Oh, Dungey, yeah.
Some coffee. He's got RD coffee.
I guess it's good.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not a coffee person.
I haven't seen the coffee anywhere. I haven't heard any reviews about it or anything, but...
You know what else I haven't seen anywhere?
What?
Prime.
All right, guys. So... All right, so that was our second episode of going over Supercross Round 2 at Oakland. Stay tuned. This next episode might be a little late because I'm going to be at the next round again. Fortunately, someone invited me to go with them. So shut up. Shut up. It's not like I'm out here running around doing this on my own. I know big ballers.
Oh yeah.
Right? I know I'm not a big baller, but I know big ballers. All right. And then.
No, I'm just joking.
But I am gonna go to Anaheim too. That is on me.
Yeah.
that one's on me.
I was trying to get to A3. I really was.
Yeah.
I don't have the time.
Yeah. It's all right.
School
and work.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I forgot about schoolwork.
Yeah.
Yo. Anyways. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure you guys like the video or podcast because this is going on YouTube. So I don't really know.
Soon on Spotify.
I gotta figure that shit out. That shit confused me. But yeah, stay tuned.